Fans are excited with All Day Project. Could this finally be the co-ed group that breaks through? And let's not forget about Card, often considered the most successful co-ed K-pop group to date. They've toured globally, charted well, and earned a loyal fan base, all while balancing male-female dynamics on stage. But even with that level of talent and charisma, they've never reached the commercial heights of single gender groups like Twice or Stray Kids. So, why is that? Why do co ed groups, despite having more variety, more appeal, and sometimes even more talent, often struggle to make it big in the world of K pop? This video dives into the psychology behind fandoms, branding, exploring how the consumer mind is wired to prefer simplicity, clarity, and emotional focus, using real world studies, marketing principles, and brain science. We'll uncover why co ed groups often fail not because of what's on stage, but because of what's going on inside the audience's mind. The Single-Minded Proposition, Why Simplicity Sells. At the heart of every successful brand or pop group is one powerful idea: the single-minded proposition. It's that one clear, emotionally charged messaging that cuts through the noise and sticks in your brain. But this isn't just a marketing trick. It's rooted in how our brains are wired. From cognitive load to emotional priming, psychology tells us that human brain prefers simplicity over complexity, clarity over nuance, and quick decisions over mental juggling. The following concepts: cognitive load theory, selective attention, effective priming, and more aren't just academic terms. They're invisible forces shaping why certain groups thrive and why co-ed pop groups often than not don't. First, cognitive load theory. Our brains crave clarity, not confusion. In a co-ed group, you're presented with both male and female members, each with different visual styles, role, and implied narratives. Are they friends? Are they dating? Is there a main character? Your brain has to work harder to figure out what's going on. Is this group selling girl power, romance, cool vibes, or all three? That extra mental effort called cognitive load makes it harder for people to connect instantly. And in pop, instant emotional connection is everything. Second, selective attention. We remember what's salient, not what's nuanced. When a group tries to communicate multiple messages, empowerment, flirtation, duality, it's easy for none of it to stand out. That's a branding nightmare. In Twice, Momo is the dancing machine. In BTS, Jungkook is the golden boy. But in a co-ed group, who represents the group's core vibe? Because no single message dominates, the audience remembers nothing. Third, effective priming. We respond better to emotional cues when the message is clean. In a co-ed group, pop thrives on emotional shorthand. A boy holding a mic and looking into a camera, that's romantic fantasy. A girl bossing the choreography, empowerment. But when those cues are mixed, like a guy and a girl dancing together, gazing at each other, it confuses the emotional signal. Are you supposed to feel romantic tension, jealousy, sibling energy? If the emotional message isn't immediate, fans don't feel seen. They feel disconnected. Fourth, memory repetition. We retain repetitive and simple ideas more than complex ones. For example, girl groups repeat fierce and pretty. Boy groups repeat strong and charming. It's easy to remember and reinforce. But a co-ed group has to juggle multiple themes to keep both genders relevant. It fragments the messaging and makes it hard for fans to anchor to a specific repeatable image and emotional hook. When your brain can't sum up the group in one sentence, it can't store it easily either. Number five, decision simplification. We want choices, but only the illusion of choice, not actual cognitive overload. Fans love having a favorite member, their bias. It gives them control, a point of emotional investment, but co ed groups often disrupt this by introducing complex relationships within the group, potential love lines, dual leads, unspoken hierarchies. That's too many mental pathways. Instead of feeling fun, it feels like effort. When the group dynamic is too messy to decode, fans defer emotional commitment altogether, just like shoppers walking away from too many jam flavors. In short, people don't want to think when forming a bond with a pop group. They want fast, emotional, clear identification. Girl group equals girl power. Boy group equals romantic fantasy. But co ed group, too many signals, too many ambiguity. Now let's talk about the jam study. Too many choices kill action. Let's talk about the famous jam study. There were two jam tasting booths. One offered 24 flavors and one offered 6. More people stopped at the big display. But guess what? Only 3% bought from the 24 jam group, 30% bought from the 6 jam group. Why? Because too many options stall decision making. It creates what's called choice paralysis. We get overwhelmed, uncertain, and avoid committing altogether. Apply that to pop groups when co ed groups presents multiple emotional signals, cute guys, fierce girls, possibly romance, possibly rivalry. The brain short circuits. It doesn't know what to latch onto. So fans just don't. Parasocial fantasy needs simplicity. Most pop groups thrive on what psychologists call parasocial relationships, one sided emotional bonds between fans and idols. This fantasy works best when it's clean and controlled. For example, for boy groups, fans imagine romantic or protective relationships. For girl groups, fans aspire to be them, befriend them, or admire their confidence. Co ed groups, suddenly the fantasy breaks. If the guy idol is interacting with the girl on stage, is he taken? If the girl gets more attention in the MV, is she the main? It opens the door to jealousy, tribalism, and blurred projections, a killer combo in fandom culture. Next, why Black Eyed Peas made it anyway? Simple. They didn't try to be a pop group first. They began as a hip hop crew with focus on rhythm, lyrics, and vibe, not visuals, gender roles, or romantic fantasy. When Fergie joined, she wasn't cast as female lead. She was just another instrument in the sound. Instead of selling identity or sex appeal, they sold energy, party anthems, club bangers, and futuristic beats. Their single minded proposition: we make your night better. No confusion, no fantasy, just pure hype. Next, the rock band exception. So there's a lot of bands with co ed members. Why do they work? Think ABBA, Fleetwood Mac, of course, Men, or the XX. Well, because rock isn't about fan fantasy, it's about musical chemistry. Rock fans don't obsess over idol personas and parasocial dreams. They care about lyrics, tension, storytelling, and creative authenticity. In fact, in rock, gender tension adds flavor, not fiction. Pop demands clarity. Rock embraces chaos. So the truth is that the failure of co-ed groups to become as big as boy bands and girl groups, it's really not about the lack of talent or even the lack of effort. It's just how the consumers' brains are actually wired. We really crave clarity. We respond to emotional cues and we have the tendency to simplify complex choices. Actually, not just tendency, but sort of a need, or it's just our nature. The single minded proposition works because it mirrors how we actually process information and how we distill realities, one clean signal at a time. And so until pop fans are ready for something more complex, or until the industry is ready to go and try to rewire the brains of the audience and how they actually create products, then I think co ed pop groups, specifically those that are coming from Asia, will remain an exception and not the rule. But I do have hope, and I certainly wish the best for all the project. They are saying that it's not really a group, or at least they're not blatantly saying it is a permanent group. It's really more like a collaboration, is how they're calling it. So I guess they're kind of preparing, testing the market. If they feel that it's going to work better, if it's an all female and all male group, then probably there is a space for that. But let's see what's going to happen. Young So was supposed to debut with I'll It, and she bowed out last minute. And I'm certainly happy that she's getting her second chance, and she certainly deserves it. And that's really why I'm supporting them. She's the main reason why I'm supporting them. But of course, I wish the rest of the group, the best. All right, would love to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comment section below. If you have anything to add, just do so in the comment section. As always, you can say whatever it is that you want to say. Just please do so respectfully. Please follow me on X, on IG, and also on Patreon. It's a vibrant community. We're growing it. There's a lot of plans, but most especially, we're just having fun. So I hope that you can join us. And there is a free tier just in case you want to try it out. And if you ended up liking this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Um, Especially, more importantly, please share the video because that's really helping my channel. Thank you. I'll see you.